Believe it or not, the most recent Australian clothing standard was based upon data from a study conducted in 1926. And as you can see, fashion has changed quite a bit since then. Although the standard was revised, this was way back in 1975, and with the latest statistics showing that Australians are now bigger than ever before, it's hardly surprising that it's since been abandoned as irrelevant to today's body sizes. In the absence of any definitive standard, Australian designers and clothing manufacturers have been pretty much left to their own devices for several years now, basing their measurements on sales history, a little market research, and in some cases just plain old guesswork. As a result, clothing sizes are quite literally all over the shop. To find out how bad things are, I've come here to Sydney's Pitt Street Mall for a little bit of market research. Finding a straight black skirt isn't difficult, but finding out what size I am proves to be more of a challenge. According to Portman's, I'm a size 14, but in Suzanne, I'm actually a 10. Country Road has me pegged as a medium. In Target, I dropped back down to a 10, only to shoot right back up to a 14 in Alana Hill. I decided to speak to Joanne Kellick, Executive Director of the Council of Textile and Fashion Industries Australia, to see if she could shed a little more light on the situation.
Oh, it's a nightmare. There's no two ways about that. It's an absolute nightmare. We import just under 1 billion units per annum in apparel into this country every year. You try finding what you want in that space. It's a nightmare. I'm astounded at if I ask a designer, for instance, describe to me your base size and who is the biggest customer that you're serving and what's the smallest customer and what do they look like? You're designing for them, what do they look like? Tell me some of the characteristics. Actually give me a waist size or a bust size. And we seem to be in a situation now where they've lost that knowledge. They can't describe it.
What do you see as the solution moving forward?
Well, we need to get smart about this and gather the data. We actually need to profile the Australian population. We now know that we're a diverse population, multicultural, so in that space we need to do a sample survey. We have to know, if we're going to be good product developers in this country, we have to know what the averages are and where the starting points are and where the extremes are. We are way behind. You know, the first study was done probably in the UK, I think it was 10, 15 years ago, and they're on to their second and third studies. So we are way behind. But there's one good aspect about that, because that means we can pick the eye teeth out of the good bits that have been done internationally and do it a lot smarter. And I believe we can do it a lot smarter, and I would like to see Australia do it a lot smarter.
Sadly, this situation doesn't show signs of changing anytime soon. So until someone decides to fund a national sizing survey, we'll all be stuck in the changing rooms.
For the full story on clothing sizes, as well as an extended interview with Jo Kellock, visit choice.com.au.
It's a little bit current affair.